trellises, and creating privacy walls. We stock a huge variety of colors and sizes to fit your project. Save big on lettuce at Menards. Plus, check out our weekly flyer on Menards.com for more great deals happening this week.
Save big money at Menards.
Hey, this is Brad Nortman from KBN. Tune in to Kyle Bruston Nortman every day from 2 to 5, WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
It's time for the best 60 minutes of your life. This is the Homer Hour, broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. Here's Emmy Award winner Homer.
The best 60 minutes of your life, of your day. The busy Wednesday Homer Hour and our final Rainman competition for this contest. They go every 6 months, one till the end of June, and we'll have a second one, right? Or do we know that?
Yep. Starting next week.
Starting next week. So, at the present time, we have, Pebble, 4 people with 7.
Yes, we have 4 people tied with 7 right now. That includes Joe in Milwaukee, Josh in Jackson, Danny in Milwaukee, and Lucas in Sussex.
And those 4 cannot compete today.
They cannot.
In our final competition, if someone does 8, they will be the winner. A 7 means that we will have a 5-way tie. Our last 2 competitions, I think, have ended in a tie. And we had to randomly pick the winner.
Correct. We had a 3-way tie and a 2-way tie previously.
Do we randomly do that today?
You could do it. I have the numbers here. If you want to pick a number, a random number.
Yes, we randomly pick it from the phone numbers. I have no idea who anybody's phone number is. But again, so that's the goal. It is caller number 5. Caller 5, a huge caller number 5. 1-800-990-3776. Our Rainman competition. It's all brought to you by, and of course, Cousin Subs, because even if you stink, which someone did, they got an offer, you still get the $25 gift card from Cousin Subs if you're calling number 5. To win in this contest, first of all you got to be is lucky. Cousin Subs, $25 gift card to caller number 5, 1-800-990-3776. And, as we just mentioned, someone is going to win Cousin Subs for a year, which is worth about $300. Also, our great partner, Saganiac Planning, a name synonymous with employee benefits and top-notch service until I realized I was shortcoming Saganiac Planning because they've been doing it well for over 50 years. That's how they can be so good with the complications of employee benefits and all that deals with. So, Saganiac Planning is now a name synonymous with employee benefits, top-notch service, and doing it well for over 50 years. And because they are a great supporter of Marquette, we have the Saganiac Planning Marquette trivia question. The first question is always a Marquette question. And do we have a competitor?
We have a competitor, Homer. We have Paul in Cascade.
Paul in Cascade, you are on 94.5 ESPN. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Homer.
Paul, your resume, please. Are you a former winner, or do you have any impressive numbers like a 8, 9, or 10 in your history?
Negative. I am 0, 0, and 0.
Whoa, we have had way more first new people, right, Pebble?
Yeah.
Are you changing
particularly?
Are you changing the way you do this?
No, this is just a random caller, number 5. Whoever is.
So this is the first time you've ever done this, correct, Paul?
That is correct, sir.
I don't know. Have we ever had a first-time winner win the competition? I don't think so.
No.
All right. The first question, as I said, Paul, is the Saganiac Planning Marquette trivia question. Pebble, go ahead and give Paul any assistance you think would be helpful.
Yeah, Paul, you got 2 minutes to answer all 15 questions. You want to get through all 15 questions in the 2 minutes. You don't want to run out of time, so don't dilly-dally on any questions. If you don't know the answer, say skip or pass. Homer will come back to it. The key is just to get through all 15 questions in 2 minutes.
You ready?
Understood.
All right, first question, the Marquette
Yes, I am.
Saganiac Planning Marquette trivia question. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. He scored 40 points and a half for Marquette. Turn the radio down. No, incorrect. He was a 4-year starter at Duke And the starting center in the 1986 NCAA championship game.
Christian Leitner.
Incorrect. Full name of the next Packers president.
Pass.
1970, first overall NBA pick by Detroit. He played for the Bucks later in his career.
Lou Alcindor.
Incorrect. LeBron James, the top pick in the 2003 NBA draft. Who was number 2?
Carmelo Anthony.
Incorrect. Who was number 5 in the same 2003 draft?
Dwayne Wade.
Correct. Who was the first person taken in last year's NBA draft by Atlanta?
No clue.
No clue. Brewers' Jacob Misiorowski started with how many innings without giving up a hit?
8.
Incorrect. How old is Miserowski?
20.
Incorrect. He did not play baseball his senior year in high school. Why not?
He got drafted.
No. They're the two Packer quarterbacks with 29 interceptions in one regular season.
Brett Favre.
Incorrect. Holds the Packer record 613 passes in one regular season.
Aaron Rodgers.
Incorrect. Holds the Packers record 48 touchdown passes in one regular season.
Brett Favre.
Incorrect. Most touchdown passes Bart Starr in one regular 14-game season. Touchdown passes 16, 26, or 36.
26.
Incorrect. How old am I?
70.
Correct.
5.
Yeah, you got to 2. I don't know at what point our 4 winners at 7 are going, it's going to be
A random.
drawing. All right, Paul, 2. Listen and learn from Pebble because I'll bet he'll get about 12. You ready?
Yep.
The first miss
Yes,
was
thank
painful
you.
for me. How many times have I mentioned that on
A
this show?
ton. Marcus Howard.
Marcus Howard, 40 points and a half for Marquette, I believe. And he did it against a nationally ranked team. We should look up Buffalo because I think they were in the top 20. It's not like they were 24. I think they were like 13. Anyway, I believe since in the last 50 years, there are fewer than 5 other players that have scored 40 and a half against a nationally ranked team. There might be none other. All right, this was kind of tough. We'll see if Pebble can get it. He was a 4-year starter at Duke and the starting center on the 1986 NCAA championship game.
Jay Billis.
Jay Billis is correct. Full name of the next Packer president.
Ed Policy. I don't know if it's in the middle name. Ed Policy
Ed
something.
Policy is correct. That's correct.
Oh, I thought you wanted like his middle name too.
No, I meant I should have full name. No, you don't have your middle name. Like first and last name. That's what I should have said. I'll remember that in the future. 1970, first overall NBA pick by Detroit. He played for the Bucks later in his career.
Yeah, no clue.
Yeah, Bob Lanier.
Ah.
LeBron, the top pick in 2003. Who was number 2?
Darko Milicic.
That's correct. Number 5, you got it right, Dwayne Wade. Woo! Who was the first person taken in last year's NBA draft by Atlanta?
Oh, it was like Zachary Richard or something like that.
Zachary Richardson.
Yeah.
Who's actually did okay for Atlanta this year. All right, the Brewers, Jacob Misiorowski, started with how many innings without giving up a hit?
11.
Correct. How old is he?
23, same as Paul Skenes.
Correct. The Miz did not play baseball his senior year in high school. How come?
COVID?
Correct. The 2 Packer quarterbacks with 29 interceptions in one regular season.
Brett Favre.
Yes.
And
this one's harder. You know it's not Rodgers.
No.
Lynn Dickey. Now, I felt bad for Paul because he reversed these. Who holds the Packers record 613 passes in one regular season?
Brett Favre.
Brett Favre. Rodgers gets 610. Who holds the Packers record 48 touchdown passes in one regular season? Rodgers. He's got those like 4 of the top 5. And just so you understand how the game has changed, most touchdown passes by Bart Starr in a one regular 14-game season. 16, 26, or 30.
Yeah, it's got to be 16. They're not passing the ball.
16! That's it! One a game. And, yes, I am 70 until November the 13th. Paul, you get the $25 gift card from Cousin Subs. And the 4 contestants who were tied for the lead are happy you didn't do better. So, enjoy and congratulations. All right, now we get to, and I think I have to because of Miserowski and 11, whichever phone number's last 2 digits are closest to 11 will be the winner of our Cousin Subs for a year, $300 value or thereabout. Again, in honor of the Miz, or as I call him, Smoke.
And Homer, one of our phone numbers contains the number 11 at the very end.
No way.
Yes, it does. So the winner of the Cousin Subs 4-year from Cousin Subs for the first half of 2025 is Joe in Milwaukee.
Joe in Milwaukee, you should send a thank you to Smoke, as I call him, or Jacob Miserowski. I think they call him the Miz. Is that?
Yeah, the Miz, yeah.
Yeah, I like
Or just Miz.
Miz. It all works.
So there's a professional wrestler named the Miz.
Yeah. That's what takes it away. It doesn't matter. Smoke. Yes, he throws smoke. All right, congratulations to Joe in Milwaukee. You've won Cousin Subs for a year. And, again, we have another tie. That's 3 contests in a row that we've had a tie. And we'll start a new competition next Wednesday. Yes, the Brewers won today, 4-2, but in this particular game, it really didn't matter that they won. What mattered is that the Miz was impressive, and he was. Yes, I was at the game. I can't remember the last time I went to the game. It was just random and at a position where I could see the issue of the speed of the ball and how difficult it was for the hitters. And as I said, I think the difference in what was most difficult was not only the speed which he threw it, but even more so the movement and the various pitches. But I'll defer to somebody who knows pitching or also the hitters and how big a deal it was or what made it difficult to hit. So now he has given up because they took him out after they said he was on a pitch count of 80. They took him out after I think it was 5 innings. Didn't he go 5?
Yeah, he went 5. Yes.
Yeah, he didn't give
4.
up any runs. So he's now at 16 innings, and he's given up 2 runs, and he's given up, 3 hits?
Yep, 3 total hits.
Yeah, and just watch it. And people just have better memories. I can remember Dwight Gooden, but then it seemed as if he was overpowering hitters. I didn't get the feeling that was the same with the Miz. It existed. I know he's already got like the most ever thrown at 102 or something like that. But I would emphasize that somebody should look up how many pitchers in the big leagues throw at least 99 miles an hour, 98, 99. And again, I'll have to ask 84 because that's what Jerry Augustine, right? That's what he threw. I was going to say 94, but I don't think he was at 94. 84 as to, or a hitter, at what point does the speed become like it's a little league game where the hitters can't swing soon enough? I didn't get that feeling other than one hitter, but in terms of impressive and looking impossible to hit the ball well or hit the ball hard, Ben Brust was talking about, the miles per hour comes off or whatever that, and maybe that's a good judge, but because if you're confused based on how well he's pitching, it's true you probably don't hit it with the same speed. Jason Wilde, and then of course Tim Van Vooren, Fox 6 Sports, both on the busy Wednesday Homer Hour. Jason Wilde next.
More of the Homer Hour coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Very slow. Northbound 43 is basically solid from about Lapham all the way through the Marquette, all the way up to Keefe. On the southbound side, we've got delays from Hampton all the way down through the Marquette to the KK River. Westbound 94 starts to slow down before you get to the Marquette. So technically 794 westbound all the way through the Zoo interchange, and it stays heavy all the way to Calhoun. Another pocket of heavy traffic heading towards Brookfield Road at as well. On the eastbound side, it's going to be a little bit slow from Highway F through to the Barker Road area, back on the brakes from the zoo all the way to 35th Street. And then on westbound 894, seeing backups out of the Mitchell Interchange all the way to about 68th Street. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight, scattered showers and storms, patchy fog with a low of 63. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, warm and humid, chance of showers and storms, a high of 82. It's baseball season. Don't let a leaky roof strike you out. Hit a home run with Avondale Roofing, Wisconsin's top choice for quality and protection. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
You remember the moments from that magical March.
Side Decker, it's a three. Got it!
On June 26th, celebrate the squad with Made 'em Believe, a special night with Bo Ryan, Frank Kaminsky, and Sam Decker.
Here's Kaminsky, the drop stab. That's his favorite. And the two.
Presented by Bud Light, Michelob Ultra, Potosi Varsity Ale, and Potosi Hard Seltzer. Tickets are on sale now at uwhoops2015.com. Made 'em Believe, June 26th at the Orpheum Theater in Madison.
Summer in Milwaukee means a couple of things: Brewers baseball and live music. Get the best of both when the Brewers take on the Rockies June 27th, featuring a post-game concert by Nelly. Then, the first 25,000 fans at the game on Saturday, June 28th, get a Pat Murphy Manager of the Year bobblehead, courtesy of Toyota. Get ready for a weekend you'll be talking about all summer. Get your tickets at Brewers.com.
Becoming a truck driver doesn't have to be complicated. At Schneider, we make it easy to get your commercial driver's license and start your new career. With our CDL apprenticeship training, you'll get paid to become a truck driver in just 5 to 6 weeks and have a Schneider driving job waiting for you when you've completed the program. Plus, during training, Schneider will provide transportation, lodging, and meals at no cost to you. Ready to get your career on the road? Learn more and apply today at SchneiderJobs.com. That's SchneiderJobs.com.
Hey, Jen Latta here, and as a client of the We Sell Group, I can tell you firsthand, Rob and Nick make the home buying and selling process easier. Right now, school's out, and that means it's the perfect time to list your home. The market is challenging and inventory is tight, but you don't have to face it alone. Rob and Nick are pros. They take the stress off your plate so you can focus on your family, your summer, and just breathe. Contact Rob and Nick to see what your home might be worth in this market. Connect today at wesell.kw.com. That's wesell.kw.com.
It's party time at Cousins Subs. For a limited time only, Cousins 2-foot party subs are back. Choose from the club, ham and provolone, Italian special, or turkey. Each party sub is just $39.99. Feeds 5 to 8 people and requires 24-hour notice to order. And now you can complete your party by adding a party chip bag and a dozen chocolate chip cookies for just $4.99. Order today in store, online, or on the app. Cousins Subs. We believe in better.
The Protect the Package Golf Outing takes place on August 16 at Ironwood Golf Course. Come be a part of the most unique outing in the state while helping loved ones battle cancer. Proceeds benefit the This Time Tomorrow Foundation. Sign up your foursome at thistimetomorrow.org under the Events tab.
Earth Justice is a national legal nonprofit fighting to save lives, protect our climate, and strengthen our economy through the shift to zero emissions. Visit us at earthjustice.org. Earth Justice, because the earth needs a good lawyer.
This is the Homer Hour on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. It's time for Jason Wilde on the Homer Hour on 94.5 ESPN.
The busiest 60 minutes of your day, the Wednesday Homer Hour, and did not have anybody who set a new standard 7, our lowest winning number ever for Rainman competition, and randomly as the last 2 digits of the phone number of one of the 4 with 7 ended in 11, and I said 11's the number because Smoke, as I call him, or the Miz, will always be remembered as his first 11 innings pitching, no-hit ball as a starter. I've still not found or been told by the Institute on Twitter of anyone who matches that in the history of the game. I have heard since 1920, but I have not found anybody to put up a name and the innings for a starter. Many relievers have pitched 11 or more innings. I think not many, but there are some who were not starters. This is a starter, and the weird part is because it's only in recent time that starters pitch so few innings. Like in the past, if you had a no-hitter going, you wouldn't have stopped, as he did in his first outing with, 5 innings? Jason Wilde on assignment. 10 years ago, we'll have in a little bit. 10 years ago, the Badger basketball team made a run in March that was magical. Wisconsin basketball made them believe. It's tomorrow. Tomorrow. Go there and just thank them. I'll never forget it. That moment when you thought they're going to win the national championship. Up 9, 13 minutes ago. Bo Ryan says that's a little early, and it's true. They did not lead at any point, I think, the final 4 minutes. But go to uwhoops2015.com, uwhoops2015.com, and you can be a part of the event, which is at the Orpheum Theater in Madison tomorrow. Frank Kaminsky, Sam Decker, Josh Gosser, and, of course, Bo Ryan. Tickets on sale, uwhoops2015.com. Even if you don't stay for the whole event, you should buy a ticket. Just go there and say thank you for creating one of the greatest moments in your life. There's no way, as a Badger fan, you have ever had the same experience you had in that game against Duke, ever. Barry Alvarez never came close to a national championship. Nobody's ever come close to a national championship. They were up 9 with 13 minutes to go. I've certainly never experienced it. I've been doing Marquette since 1989. They've never had a season where they were that close to winning a national championship. So, when you have that feeling again in football or basketball, let me know. It may be a while. That's how tough it is. American Place Casino, located in Lake County, Illinois, but more importantly, just a half hour south of Franklin. All right, maybe 38 minutes if you're in the furthest point from Franklin to American Place Casino. Exciting table game, slot machine, sports book. And again, brand new 2025 Mustang Dark Horse Premium earned free entries daily all the way up through July the 5th. They have other contests. You go to AmericanPlace.com. It may take you a while because they have all these promotions you got to go through. If you're not taking advantage of 2 promotions every time you're at American Place Casino, you're not trying at all. AmericanPlace.com, and they're looking for people to work there that would do some of the table games. But American Place Casino, just a half hour south of Franklin. Just a half hour south of Franklin. What's our discount liquor Twitter poll question? Pebbleton. Oh, yes, I've changed. I said with Jason Wilde and Taos, I didn't think the Brewers were going to make the playoffs. I thought it would be close. After seeing the Miz smoke, yeah, I think they can make the playoffs. He's the difference. This is the better team. If they make the playoffs, then they're the team no one wants to play because you got him as a starter, and in a short series, you become the favorite or viewed as a favorite against anybody you're playing, even if it's the Dodgers, if he remains at the same or even close to the same level that he's at now. Dr. Aaron Holtebeck and his team make vision care a top priority with the latest technologies at their state-of-the-art Brookfield office. That's what I thought when he told me they've been doing it well for over 20 years. And then he said, Dr. Holtebeck, we got to be better. I don't know. That sounds pretty good to me. Great for 20 years. No, we got to get better. We got to deal with more eye care needs. So he added Dr. Nasheen Abbas, now accepting new patients. Whatever your vision, whatever the age, whatever the issue, they got experts, and they keep adding the team. Trust the experts from Holtebeck Eye Center in Brookfield, near the corner of Calhoun and Capitol. Learn more about their services at holtebeck.com. Jason Wilde, next.
The Homer Hour is back after this on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
We've got southbound on 43 backing up from Hampton, pretty much solid all the way down to the Marquette. Still very heavy all the way down to the KK River once you get through the Marquette. Northbound slowing down over the high-rise bridge all the way up to Keith. Westbound 94, just a brutal ride from about 2nd Street all the way through the Marquette to about Calhoun. Then you're back on the brakes just before Barker Road, and that will take you all the way to about Highway 164 with those delays. On the eastbound side, we got delays from Highway 16 pretty much all the way to about Sunny Slope Road, back on the brakes from the Zoo through the Marquette interchange to about 27th Street. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight, scattered showers and storms, patchy fog with a low of 63. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, warm and humid, a chance for showers and storms, a high of 82. Weather's brought to you by Tsunami Express Car Wash. Sun's out, suds out. Celebrate the Tsunami Express Car Wash in New Berlin. Grand opening with free washes and membership deals from June 25th to July 6th. 15301 West Coffee Road. Tsunami Express. Wash, chill, repeat. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings. Discount liquor. If it's a celebrate or tailgate when you're gonna recreate upstate. If it's a holiday, birthday, any date, you can save at Discount Liquor.
It's the world's largest music festival, and you'll be there compliments of Discount Liquor. Hi, this is Marie from Discount Liquor. There is no other party like Summerfest. So get the fun started by stopping in to Discount Liquor. When you buy any one 12-pack of Blue Moon or Blue Moon Light, or any one 12-pack of Arnold Palmer Spiked Hard Tea, you'll receive a free Summerfest ticket. Visit us at 51st in Oklahoma and Milwaukee, and in Barstow and Maine in downtown Waukesha.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings.
See us for your free Summerfest ticket, and check out our specials at DiscountLiquorInc.com.
Discount Liquor.
An ESPN Radio Extra Point with Amber Wilson.
Your philosophy was very clearly that you thought KD and Kyrie, you thought you had something going that direction, and then all of a sudden you win the lottery. And so now you have Cooper Flagg coming in. Your core is going to be a 33-year-old and a 32-year-old, and those players both seem more 35 than they do 32 and 33.
Right.
And typically, when you have players in that situation, you need to win in the next 2 years is your championship window. Cooper Flagg is an 18-year-old and isn't going to be ready. Even if he turns out to be what everybody thinks he's going to be, he's not going to be ready to win a championship in the next 2 years. So I don't know how you combine those philosophies. And I don't think you can bring in Cooper Flagg and trade him away if you're Dallas. I don't think you can trade away AD if you're Dallas. I don't think you can trade anybody if you're Dallas. Heck, you've got to sit on your hands if you're Dallas.
Something amazing is happening in meteorology. Climate researchers are weathering a data storm. That's because CDW transformed their devices and infrastructure to pre-configured Lenovo ThinkPads and powerful edge-to-cloud solutions, delivering faster insights to run more accurate forecast models. So it's almost like they're controlling the weather themselves. Lenovo and CDW. Make amazing happen. Learn more at cdw.com/Lenovo Client.
Hey, listen to this. All I needed was a new starter. Got a great deal on eBay. Did it myself.
Yeah, that's cool. But how about the soft purr of an upgraded exhaust when it fits just right?
For me, it's the little things. Like these new windshield wipers from eBay I installed.
From small fixes to big upgrades, eBay has all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. eBay. Things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
You're listening to the Homer Hour on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. It's time for Jason Wilde on the Homer Hour on 94.5 ESPN.
Yes, Jason Wilde on the Green Bay Packers. Then it's Tim Van Born. I was on Wilde and Tausch this morning and said that I thought the Brewers would be close but not make the playoffs. Jason, I will now change, and they are going to make the playoffs because they now have a player potentially as dominant as anybody in the league. I was at the park. Kid's amazing. Everybody should go to every game he pitches, and till further notice, every game should be a sellout.
Wow. Yeah, he's pretty good, it would appear. Sorry to keep you waiting. I walked the dogs without my phone, which was stupid. Yeah, he seems to be the real deal. And if they, you've apparently never heard of him or forgotten about him, if they someday get Gasser back, they could really have quite a group at the front of their rotation. So, Yeah, pretty cool stuff, and I'm glad that one game in attendance in person was enough to change your tune. Has that ever happened before in your long history of having an opinion as the GOAT of Wisconsin sports talk radio?
Yeah. Well, I wasn't the GOAT then. The first game I saw Dwayne Wade play.
Oh, you're admitting you're the GOAT now, though.
No, I'm
Thank
not.
you very much.
I'm not admitting I'm the GOAT.
You did. I wasn't the GOAT then.
Okay, whatever. Say whatever you want to think. You know what my opinion is, and there's nothing that there's no Aaron Rodgers I could pull that would change that. All right.
That's true.
But anyway, no, he's that good, and I was able to sit, and people should do this at the ballpark. There are only a certain number of seats where you can see the speed with which any pitcher throws and how quickly a batter has to make the decision. You don't see that in along the first base line, third base line. You have to generally be behind home plate. I was at the club level right behind home plate, and you get a great view of just how difficult any pitch is, and especially when the hitters are having a great deal of difficulty, and he's got everything. I would ask him next time to pitch and throw only as high as 92, because I think he would still be good. But
yeah, I will say I still am amazed when I've sat in that region, or when they do the thing where they've got like a tiny camera on like the umpire, or on the catcher. I don't know how these guys ever hit a ball ever against some of these pitchers.
No, you have
it's incredible to me.
You have to make your decision very quickly. And when you had a chance, if you did, to watch Paul Molitor, it was amazing how you could see that he had a half a second or whatever longer because his swing was just a little quicker and shorter. And so that's the great benefit. But anyway, no, the biggest game for the Brewers is the next time he pitches, and the biggest game after that is the next time he pitches. Somebody compared him to Giannis. It's early to say that, but yes, he has the potential to trump the Packers. He could be, especially as it starts, as big as the Packers, and that's almost impossible in the state of Wisconsin.
I couldn't agree more with everything you said there.
Yeah. All right.
That doesn't mean I need to hang up now. I'm just curious.
No, you could. Just drop the mic. All right. I don't think the Packers are going to give anything to Jenkins. I don't think they actually have to. I know you would disagree. They're paying him guard money to play center, and centers make less than guards. I don't know how anybody can dispute that. Yes, it's a new position, but that fact is that he's being overpaid as a center, right?
Not necessarily. I mean, I don't think his $11 million base salary is him being overpaid now. Like, again, he's in a position. This is not commonplace, right? He wasn't signed as a center. He was signed to his extension as a left guard, who might move to left tackle, if you remember. Yeah. And they structured the contract to allow for that potential move. And obviously that did not end up being the case. But the fact of the matter is that they're the ones asking him to play a different position. He happily agreed. They're the ones who basically hitched their offensive line reshuffling wagon to him playing center. Again, he's not asking for he's not asking for them to tear up his contract and give him a brand new 4-year deal with a bunch of guaranteed money. He would like them to guarantee some of the existing money that's already in the contract. And I don't think that that's unreasonable if you have determined, as they apparently have, that he is capable of being an all-pro center, because I can look up Creed Humphrey's contract, because he would be the current
right, but I mean, he's not there yet.
Creed Humphrey was drafted one pick after Josh Myers.
Right. I mean, I would just say the average pay for a guard is greater than the average pay for a center. That's all I'm saying. That's the number I'm looking at.
That's sure. You're right. But again, he didn't sign his contract as a center. Like, Creed Humphrey got a 4-year Creed Humphrey got a 4-year, $72 million contract, which included $50 million.
How many years did he play at center before he got that?
He was drafted in 2021. So 21, 22, 23, 24. And then he got this extension last August. So he played 3 seasons at that point.
I mean, we're arguing.
I'm not saying he should get 70.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he should get $72 million, but I think it's reasonable if your own general manager says that they believe you are an all-pro center to say, okay, I would like money similar to what an all-pro center gets. He got an $18 million signing.
Well, but I don't believe the GM said that he would be it immediately. I thought the premise, we'll have to get the words, that
he's a 3-time Pro Bowl guard.
Again, did he say he would be that good this year?
Center's supposedly easier to play, right? I mean, that's the theory.
I don't know what it is. I just know they make less. No, but I don't think he said he would be that the first year. My answer would be, we move you to center and you become as good as you might be. Then at the end of this contract, you might make another how much money? Right?
He's not going to make more money at the end of this contract. He'll have turned 30 by then, and they're not going to pay him.
Well, they're not, but somebody else would if he's all pro, right?
Well, right, but what's
now? I just want to.
Why are you arguing on behalf of the organization?
Because I think that's an easy. It's an easy position to have. I don't have that because they're not being rude. They're not being anything.
It's such an easy position that they spent 4 years with a guy who wasn't good enough, and it caused them to reorganize.
I don't mean center is an easy position. I mean it's an easy financial position to take. That's what I would take.
To be cheap?
No, we're overpaying the guy. We're paying him more to play center.
You can't keep saying that.
Why not?
You can't keep saying they're overpaying him if he's making $11 million this year.
They're paying him.
He is not being overpaid this year.
He should make, on average, he should make less as a center than he was to be paid as a guard. Yes or no? Correct. I know I'm correct.
You're not listening.
I am listening.
You're not listening. We're not doing averages because there are really good centers, there are terrible centers, because he's into his contract already, which was written as a guard, and they moved him. He didn't ask to be moved. He is taking one for the team. Does that not have any value?
No. I mean, we're paying him
guard
pay.
I'm glad I don't work for you.
Well, no, that's how. But now, here's what I would do if I was him. I would simply say, I'm not playing center. I'm not going there. I don't want to play center. I'm going to play guard. You want me to play center? Then trade me to get rid of me. I'm not playing center. Now that I think is a good position. And if they want him to play center that badly, they're going to have to do a Jason Wilde and ante up. And in addition to our discussion, because I think the Packers' position is very reasonable, but that would be a reasonable one for Jenkins. Because he knows what you have stated, he's going to be in the starting lineup for the Packers, right? Somewhere.
You would certainly hope so.
No, I mean, you know that, right?
Yes,
right.
Unless they. I mean, look, he could theoretically play hardball and say, look, I'm not playing under my current contract with no guaranteed money, and they can have a holdout and they can fine him, and it could get completely acrimonious, and then they could trade him. And they can say, okay, let's play with Jacob Monk.
But they don't have to do that if he says, I'm not playing center. I'm just playing guard. Then they don't. I'm showing up.
Well,
and then they have to.
So then what? They're going to move him?
I don't know. I don't know what they would do, but it resolves any kind of fines and stuff like that. He's not required to change positions. He can say, I don't know, I'll hire you.
I don't know if that's true, actually. If a team tells you have to, hey, you're playing center. Like, do you have recourse to say, no, I'm not?
When
you're
you
under contract.
Fine. When you're.
Here's my question.
Yes.
Here's the question. This is what it boils down to. Why the hell would you do this? He's one of your best players. Do some sort of half measure that satisfies him. You have $46 million in cap space. Guarantee some of his damn money. Take care of him. Don't re-sign him at the end of his contract. You know that you have to do something about his cap number next year anyway, because it's like $25 million. Do the right thing by a player that you hold in high regard. And then next year, if you decide that you want to move on from him, you'll have added some void years to his contract, so it won't be as bad of a cap hit. And then you can play whoever the hell you want at center. Like, not all of this doesn't have to be a winner and a loser. You can find a common ground, get a good player back on the field for you, make your team better by having him available, and say, you know what? You've been a really good teammate and a good leader in the offensive line room. You're taking one for the team by moving positions. You've got $30 million left on your deal. We're going to give you $8 million guaranteed right now, and then you'll have another $5 million in a base salary or $4 million in a base salary. You get paid $12 million this year. If it doesn't work out, we'll part ways after this season, and everyone will be happy. Why not do that? It doesn't always have to be a winner and a loser.
Can I pull a Jason Wilde right now? Jason.
Depends what
Homer, I hate to say this because I always think when I agree with you that it means I'm crazy. I agree 100%. And that is the bigger issue, is that the inability, it seems, for Goody to recognize special and what you do with special, even to varying degrees. And I don't know that I would give him the bonus that you did, but that doesn't matter. This isn't that hard, and I would still say that I was Jenkins. I'm not playing center. No, so then you'd have to cut him, right?
Theoretically, yes.
Yeah.
And again, why allow it to get that?
And the other thing is, and then the real reality, as you said, is they could have done it very soon, very quickly. I mean, we're putting you at center, and the average pay is less, but we're going to give you, even if it's like $4 or $5 million or something, right?
Right. Something. Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right. We'll close on that because that. Yeah, I don't. I
didn't realize how good that feels to have that happen.
Well, no, only you can answer it. I don't know Goody well enough because it just doesn't make sense. So not everything is easy. This is pretty easy. They don't want to start. They don't start. And even if you don't do it and don't want to do it, you have an excuse to do it because they don't. You would say this: players don't change positions very often. Right? At anywhere.
No, they don't. No, they don't. And it's not a fringe player.
Correct.
Like
yes.
I love Bo Melton, but this isn't Bo Melton practicing at corner.
No, he's one of the top tiers. Yeah.
Right, and he's one of the linchpin. He is him moving to center is the linchpin of you reshuffling your offensive line, because otherwise
and paying all that money
you
to
don't
the
go
other
out
guy.
And sign Aaron Banks.
Yes, just hang up now. You're good.
And he got paid.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
Well
Bye.
done. Thanks, Jason. Tim Van Born next.
More of the Homer Hour coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. An in-depth conversation with the father of former Packers cornerback Jair Alexander.
If the Green Bay Packers offered a contract comparable with what the Ravens contract was offered, would he still be a Packer today?
Yes.
Wow.
His injury last year, I guarantee you 100%, had they taken that injury seriously when it happened, he would have been back for the stretch of the season at the end.
Listen back to the whole conversation on the all-new ESPN Wisconsin app or on ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
Red, White, and Vroom. Celebrate freedom with horsepower at American Place Casino, located in Waukegan, Illinois. Don't miss your chance to win a 2025 Ford Mustang Dark Horse Premium. Free bonus entries daily, June 20th through July 5th. New members, listen up. Join AP Rewards and grab 25 bonus entries daily during the promotion period. And don't miss the grand finale, drawing for the Mustang on Saturday, July 5th. Visit AmericanPlace.com to learn more. Must be 21 years of age or older. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, crisis counseling and referral services can be accessed by calling 1-800-GAMBLER, 1-800-426-2537.
Summer in Milwaukee means a couple of things: Brewers baseball and live music. Get the best of both when the Brewers take on the Rockies June 27th, featuring a post-game concert by Nelly. Then, the first 25,000 fans at the game on Saturday, June 28th, get a Pat Murphy Manager of the Year bobblehead, courtesy of Toyota. Get ready for a weekend you'll be talking about all summer. Get your tickets at Brewers.com.
Why is life better with American Family Insurance? Because every policy comes with something very special. A trusted agent who's there to help protect your dreams by finding the right coverage at the right price. Save up to 23% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
My house has a new glow. I love my windows. Universal Windows Direct.
Hey, it's Kyle Walton. Right now, UWD is running their home improvement season sale. Payments as low as $99 a month or no payments and no interest for an entire year. Call 414-410-2000 or go to universalwindowsdirect.com.
I love my windows. They've got that brand new home effect. Universal Windows Direct.
Hey, Wisconsin, it's construction season, and the Wisconsin DOT wants to help you safely navigate work zones in your area. Check 511wi.gov or download the free 511 app to see current road work, closures, detours, and camera views on your route. Wherever your travels take you, know before you go with 511wi.gov. That's 511wi.gov. And remember, know before you go. Always park the phone while driving. Sponsored by the Wisconsin DOT.
Save big on your next project right now at Menards. Transform the look of your home with a new ideal garage door. Choose from our large in-stock selection or design your own using our free Garage Door Designer. From traditional to modern, Menards has a garage door to enhance your home's appearance. Save big on ideal garage doors. And don't forget to check out our weekly flyer on Menards.com for all the great deals happening now.
Save big money at Menards.
Kevin Morat, Mentality founder here with a wake-up call. You're running on fumes, gentlemen. Just 1/3 of the free testosterone you need. That's why you're drained, defeated, and disgusted with your progress. But here's the truth. Mentality doctors specialize in epic comebacks. Our clients show an increase of 30% testosterone levels within the first month. We don't just treat men, we reignite lives. Just imagine the focus, energy, and drive being restored. Your comeback starts now. Don't wait. Make this your best year yet. Start today at mentalityhealth.com/radio.
Rainman is brought to you by Cousin Subs in their pull tab giveaway promo going on now. Purchase a sub or sub in a bowl and receive a pull tab. Cousin Subs, they believe in better. Welcome back to the Homer Hour on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. The three most important letters in sports. Even better than those.
TVV.
It's Fox 6 Sports Director Tim Van Vooren on the Homer Hour on 94.5 ESPN.
Tim Van Vooren, Fox 6 Sports. He's got a better memory than me. So then when he talks about The Miz, or as I call him, Smoke, I'm sure he can put it in perspective of other great starts. TVV, Fox 6 Sports, three-time Wisconsin Sportscaster of the Year, Hall of Fame wingman. He's won other awards, but he won't tell us about them. TVV, say whatever you want about The Miz compared to your memory. I think it was the greatest crowd ever for a Wednesday afternoon game, other than maybe a playoff or something. But I just don't remember.
Yeah, I mean, electric in there for sure. I know you were there, Homer. I was there. Very cool. I hadn't compared it to other Wednesday afternoon games, but you might be right. I don't know what else would stack up with it. What I love about baseball is that this was kind of an organic growth type crowd, right? I don't know. What would the number have been ordinarily for this Wednesday afternoon
18,000.
It was a voucher game. You know what I mean? Your Quick Trips or your Metro Market Pick and Save, whatever. This is one of the games you're eligible to get because it's Wednesday. It's the Pittsburgh Pirates and the Milwaukee Brewers.
Greatest deal ever.
Right. And then all of a sudden, my gosh, I'm cashing in my voucher
and
for
we
this
got
one
free
because it is the greatest matchup.
We got free custard because they have a program where if they get one strikeout in this inning, You get free custard. You get free custard from Culver's. I thought that's the easiest free scoop in the history of the world. They got 50,000 people going to Culver's.
Scoopy, you'll be happy about. Yeah, biggest crowd of the year for the Brewers, and it's essentially again an organic growth to get that kind of number there today. I thought it was awesome. Great environment. Miserowski lived up to the hype in my mind. He wasn't, absolutely eye-popping, but he beat Paul Skenes straight across the board. And you know what? The home of the Brewers are a legit baseball team.
Yeah, especially with him, if he's that good.
For sure, absolutely. He can anchor your starting rotation. He's giving you 5 innings, and he just doesn't allow hits. I'm curious, like anyone else, what it'll be like if people do get on against him, try to run against him, create some action on the base pass. He hasn't had to deal with much of that at all. But Brewers get ahead. He keeps them ahead. What a great storyline written this afternoon.
And they could win more games when their offense struggles, which is clearly an issue from time to time.
But there was an issue today. They had 1 inning. They didn't do anything outside of 1 inning, but it was enough. And they have enough pitching depth now that, guys are not going to get a pass. I mean, Miserowski gets a bad outing or two. Okay, he's going to come back. But, some of these other guys, it's not your birthright that you're going to be in the Brewers rotation or even on the roster if you ask Aaron Savali. So, it's a blossoming situation for the Brewers, and because of that pitching depth, headlined by Miserowski and Freddie Peralta, who's unbeaten at home this year, you have guys that you can really count on a pretty regular basis.
Yeah, and Peralta's no longer the number one. I mean, there's no guarantee when a pitcher's this young that it's going to continue, but right now it's not close. Who's better, right?
I would agree with you. Peralta was an outstanding number 3 a couple of years ago when you had Woodruff in his group and Corbin Burns, right? If you got Freddie Peralta at 3, great. He's having what Pat Murphy calls his best season yet. So if Freddie Peralta's at 2 and Jacob Miserowski is 1, as you said, he has to sustain this. That'll shake up a lot of teams going into a playoff
No, you don't.
series.
Yeah, you don't want to. If this kid stays this good or close to it, you don't want to play the Brewers.
No,
because that's when pitching becomes even more important. But all right, were you around when Gooden first pitched? Or I'm trying to think of the last time when you just said, I got to go to the game to see this pitcher. My memory's so bad. Gooden comes to mind. But
Strasburg, Steven Strasburg, when he was coming up, remember that? Oh my gosh, the hype on that. Locally, some of the names were big at the time, and they were such, just kind of characters of hope more than anything else. Oh, Nick Neugebauer or whatever it might be. I still equate the CC Sabathia Brewer debut a little bit to this, just because it was, oh my gosh, he's on the Brewers. What's he going to have to offer? And then the way he got going for the team when he came over in that trade.
Yeah, there's no way to overstate. I mean, he was basically unhittable. And that was a good Brewers team. Baseball,
you see it coming. That's what's so different about baseball is that, okay, pitching probable he's going that day. That's what you point toward. You can go to a football game. You don't know what you're going to get. You can go to a basketball game. Hey, Giannis scores X number that night. Well, maybe Giannis doesn't play the next night, whatever it might be. Baseball, that it's just a different build with that sport. I think any sports fan knows that, but the way it kind of captures the imagination, people have been talking about this pitching matchup since it was aligned the other night when the Brewers had the rain out, and all of a sudden it sets up it's Miserowski and Skenes, and people start talking, and then it goes like wildfire.
Can you compare it to anything? The interest, because of Marquette, I think of Dwayne Wade, but I don't, to where everybody just wanted to be there.
Right. I would compare it, I guess, to a series, like a playoff series, like the Bucks.
But I mean, like Braun, when Ryan Braun came, or I thought Prince Fielder was huge, but I can't. No,
I remember Corey Hart. Corey Hart comes up and he hits a a foul home run, and everybody's like, "Oh my God, yeah, he struck out, but hit that foul home run." I mean, that's where the interest was on some of these guys. You know what I mean? This is because it's now 3 starts. I think this is going to be hard to top the way Miserowski's going. Other guys, and I didn't realize how many guys actually had pretty good debuts for the Brewers, so they started putting out some of those numbers. But then, did they do it for 3 starts? No, and Miserowski has.
All right, enough. Every game that he pitches, I want him to release his expected start for the rest of the season. Doesn't mean they have to. Just give me the dates. And granted, they should change. And if anybody has a problem with a limited pitch count, talk to them, because I'll be mean. Tell TVV, tell them this is just normal, and even more normal for today's baseball. I mean, the biggest fear of every pitcher, and it's the fear of him, but that when are they going to have Tommy John, or when are they going to have an injury, right?
Yeah.
Everybody. Yeah. I mean, I don't know the percentage, but you hear people be like, well, I'm glad he's already had the injury. And that's the biggest fear for every pitcher, right?
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. I mean, even Shohei Ohtani, has been on the pitching shelf.
Right. Great
he's
example.
a 2-way player, so he hasn't dropped away from the radar, dropped off the radar. But he's been on the pitching shelf, and he's a guy I think looks like an absolutely supreme athlete, great physical condition. Has the mechanics down on everything he does. He's had the problem, so there's no question. You're exactly right, and the timing of all that stuff, it just alters the way you watch these pitchers develop and grow.
I don't know anything about him. Have you interviewed him? What do you have any comment on the Miz?
Today he went to the podium, so we didn't talk to him one-on-one today at the podium. I did chat with him a little bit yesterday in the dugout. I was out there yesterday. That was one of those.
He
Fox
looks 17. Does he look 17 up close?
You know what? He looks young.
Does he shave?
He's so slender. He's so slender. He got kind of a wispy facial hair thing going.
All right, yeah.
Not a lot there, but pretty. Yeah, I like talking to Grant Anderson today. Grant Anderson, middle reliever.
Sure.
He's come on nicely toward the front of the season, but his locker's right next to Miserowski. I said, "Who is this guy?" And he said, "You know what? He's happy to be here. He's appreciative of being here. He feels like he belongs here, and he's a very driven young man." I thought, if that sums him up, that's pretty good.
What is he's a driven young man? I need the translation on that. Like he wants to be in the Hall of Fame.
I don't know, but if that's your takeaway from a baseball teammate who's sitting in the locker next to you, I think that's a compliment.
Right. Well, yeah, because he's not like happy to be there, like he's out of, like his ego is crazy because of what's going on. He's a driven young man, which would tell me he wants more than what he's had for 3 games, right? Is that my translation?
Yep, that's the natural takeaway from that.
Anything you want to add about tonight's NBA draft?
I don't need 2 nights. That's what I'll say.
What?
I don't need 2 nights of an NBA draft.
Nice! A little John Anderson salt from Tim Van Vooren. Nicely done. And, yes, driven young man. I know in a week you'll have a further explanation on that for the Miz. Thanks.
See you, Homer.
TVV, Fox 6 Sports. Draft in a half hour. Next half hour, will they talk about the Miz, or as I call it, smoke?
Southbound on 94, we've got a crash. It's just south of Drexel. Both shoulders are blocked right now, so just heads up with that. We've also